please tell me more about yourself and your current professional role.
I'm Nur Mahmudah. I'm originally from Indonesia. Currently, I'm a state lecturer in the Office of Higher Education Service Regional 5, Yogyakarta. At the moment, I'm assigned in a private university, especially in Civil Engineering Department, Faculty of Engineering, Muhammadiyah University of Yogyakarta. Since 2017, I hold mandate as the laboratory coordinator of Civil Engineering Department, and also I hold mandate as the project manager for the Erasmus Plus CBHE ASEAN funded by European Commission for the period of 2020 up to 2024, 21 to 24. Yeah, it's a very proudly to talk about my project with the Linköping University, Sweden, that we have funding about 998,000 euros to run this program for the next years. Thank you.
How long have you been in this role, and what are some of your activities?
Okay. That's my current activities since I have assigned as the state lecturer in the minister or in the government institution. Before, I have experience in the private sector also, because in the period of 1995 up to 2005, I was an engineer, actually a civil engineer. I have about 10 years experience in industry, especially in the civil project in the transportation and route project. So may I tell you a bit about my project in the past, or just continue in the present, in the present role right now?
Yeah, so it's up to you. If you could share with us one of the projects that you are most proud of, whether it's past project or present project, it's up to you.
Although my background is civil engineering, because I graduated from Civil Engineering Department, Gajah Mada University in Yogyakarta, and my master did in TU Delft, Netherlands, and I graduated in 2000, and then I continue my PhD in Gajah Mada University, doctoral in civil engineering, specialization transportation, with the sandwich program in ITC and University of Twente, Netherlands. Yeah, it's I need about 6 years to finish my doctoral program in transportation specialization. That's my background, the educational background. Relating to my experience in industry before coming, or before I decide to be a lecturer in the government or in the state, no, not state, in the state or in the government institution. I was an engineer, as I told you earlier. I did so many projects related to the structure and also the infrastructure. I was very excited, actually involved in the industry. Yeah, maybe we can talk later about some reason why I have to move to other environment in the university later. Yeah, because in the real project, you know, the civil engineering is similar with the male work, right? Especially in the transportation sector, and more focusing in the route. I was involved in the new route building, new route development in Central Kalimantan, I hope you even hear about the Kalimantan, the new capital city of Indonesia will be placed there. I have about 5 years experience as a manager for infrastructure, especially for building the new road, really a new road by opening the wild forest. It's very, very challenging for me as a woman because mostly our team were male. And also I was very proud because this road is the main road, the main road, the national road to open or to connect one province to another. And now this road, I think that's about the 2003 up to 2005. Before 5 years before I was decided to be a lecturer.
So could you share with us, at least one of those challenges, and maybe also share with us how you overcame that challenge?
Okay, thank you. As I said before, civil engineering is similar with male work, right? So very hardly to find a female engineer in the field. So I have to adapt so many adaptation to my team because at the moment I was as a team leader for the project, so I have to I have to plan everything in the field and coordinate with many stakeholders. In the what would you call it? In the very strange situation. What I said strange because I have to build a new road development. I have to open the forest to connect the city. The total length of the road is about 100 kilometers. That was earth route actually, but this is a special because road was funded by Asian Development Bank. So I think it's very, at the moment the cost is relatively high, and they need professional engineer, and fortunately I have opportunities to be a team leader at the moment. The challenging, okay, for example, in the forest we have to face the wild animals, so many animals, at least you will be many monkey, anywhere. And sometimes you have also faced with the wild animals and with the, what you call it, in Kalimantan, the soil is not so good because just look like a soil, but actually it's not as well a swamp. Yeah, you know a swamp. So if you put your feet and suddenly you will be, you will be suddenly disappear. you cannot swim at that situation. That's very challenging, I think, even from the project itself, also from the environment and the condition of the project. So what I have to face, I think I was very enjoy with my, that's why that's all my vision, because I'm very keen to be a civil engineer. Even when I was in undergraduate, only 9 male students in my department from 100 students. It's very, very hard to find male or ladies in our department at the moment when I did my undergraduate program, my diploma. And also when I took my master, only 2 students from 25 student, master student in TEUDEL. So I have only 1 male friend in my class. So it is not, it is not problem when I have to work with many male in my environment and in my around me. Okay.
Please tell me your journey towards leadership. So what were the enabling, so what facilitated or supported your journey towards leadership?
Okay, firstly, my main support has come from my husband, because I'm married in 25 years old. It's not young, it's not too young, but it's mature enough. But I started also my career 1 year before I married with my husband. That's my husband, also a civil engineer, the same with me. And yeah, we have the same, almost similar project, but we never been together in the same project, because I handle another project. My husband also handle the other project, but we have the similar work, because my husband also focusing on infrastructure project, not really a road like me. Is handling the about the drainage infrastructure for the industrial area. But for my case, I really face with the wild, with the natural, very challenging for me, because even the male engineer, maybe they will really thinking about to be faced with the very strange and wild environment like I was. Okay.
Were there
Yes.
any other opportunities that enabled your, your journey?
Yeah. This project was funded by Asian Development Bank. Asian Development Bank also give at the moment gave the opportunities for the women leader. So I was chosen as a representative, I think, from 9 team leaders, which handle the same project but in other area. So actually, this project spread out around Indonesia, in Kalimantan, in Sulawesi, also in Sumatra, but they was choose me. They was choose me as a team leader in Kalimantan. Kalimantan is not so friendly for the women, I think. Yeah, that's the opportunity, because I think there is a not regulation. There's a policy, right, for the gender equality in donor, international donor, like the woman involvement in the project of funded by Asian Development Bank.
And yeah, so what were the, I guess, what else have encouraged you to take up leadership in, in your career?
Yeah, maybe my expectation itself. Yeah, I want to be, got the challenge to answer that I good enough to handle such project, the huge project with the international regulation. So yeah, fortunately, I did it. I did it well. Yeah, because the project actually is only 2 years. Only 2 years to finish 100 kilometers of a route in Central Kalimantan province. And now the route has already as the main route, national route. Is very high quality pavement structure for the route. I just passed once in my route that I have built in the past.
Have you been involved in the COVID-19 pandemic response?
For the response, yeah, I mean, this is a very, very minimal, maybe, involvement. Firstly, to campaign about the prevention of COVID-19, especially in our campus in Muhammadiyah University. Yeah, so we have to, using masks and washing hand, and something like that, campaign, and also monitor the students, because the pandemic coming to Indonesia about in the early of February, I think, and we at that moment the campus was still open up to March, about 1 month after the pandemic was announced in Indonesia. And then during the pandemic itself, I think I was involved in many seminar, webinar, I don't know, to discuss about the regulation. So the regulation relating to the travel requirement, relating to the capacity of the vehicle to transport people, for the plane, for the bus, also for the train. Because Indonesia not really locked down like in Australia, right? Yeah, we just open, and sometimes we close, and sometimes many times to open for traveling around Indonesia. That's why we need some restriction for the people to traveling inter-island. Actually, I hope you know very good about Indonesia. We have more than 13,000 islands, and we need to travel one to another. We need transport in modes, so nobody wants to really stay at home. Yeah, and the most the most useful is we try to develop, not really develop, to make an application, but in for the student or for the lecturer in Muhammadiyah University, like a very simple application in Android. If you need weekly ambulance, you need to be picked up to the shelter, to be handled and to be care. That's like that. Yeah, I think even we work from home. Finally, we work from home. Finally, starting from March, I think 2020, up to now. Yeah, but we trying to give the best that we can share to others. Yeah.
That is actually interesting. The one that you've mentioned, the app that is being used within your university. What is the purpose of the app?
Yeah, but now we also has the application for the health check. So before the student or staff, even the lecturer itself, they should open and make a checking in the health check in application health, and then I don't know actually behind I mean behind the application, because I have a friend from electrical robotic, from the robotic, the intelligent artificial intelligence, they make like that. So so many like check to be filled in the application before coming to the class, even before come to the campus. Actually, it's a bit take time actually, but for ourselves, for all safety, I think it's okay. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I mean, it takes time to check in, but I think it's very important to do it so that it will help contact tracing. And so how did the COVID-19 affected you?
Firstly, for the last 1.5 years, I didn't make any traveling. Can you imagine? As a transport engineer, as a transportation, I think my field is transportation, right? So I think every week I have to travel anywhere before pandemic, but now I have to stay at home, doing anything at home. So I think it's difficult actually, because we have to do some work only sitting and viewing or talking with the laptop. Because to be honest, I think the real work, work from office is much better compared with the work. I think it's very optimal if you can work at the office, not at home. I think so. So it relates to the my production, right? So so many time to be spent in laptop. So we just communicate by application, Zooming, by Zoom or Teams or other applications. It is not really similar with the face-to-face discussion or other forum. Do you agree about that? Yeah, even though there are so many benefits also. Like this, we can meet in Zoom without meeting in some place, or in Australia or Indonesia. Yeah, it is also a benefit. It's not too bad.
And how about your, I guess, your personal life? Has there been any impact on it?
Well, the life, okay, relating, maybe the life is it connected to the income, something like that? I don't think so, because during the COVID, we can still did the research, communications, even to produce something with the limitation also. But for the work, it's okay. I think it's not really significantly influence to, especially like my income, financial matter. For myself, no. But to be honest, during the pandemic, Indonesian has so many problems. So many unemployed. Also, the income suddenly very low, and you know the food or other the demand, the basic demand is high, rise suddenly. In other side, the income is down. This is it's not. I think we have to think about that later. How to improve this situation later.
To go back to your earlier discussion around the different policies in place to manage transportation during COVID. I was just wondering if you could share with me some of the policies, formal policies as well as informal policies, if you can, share with us.
Okay. In Indonesia, we have very traditional event. Annual event before Idul Fitr. Eid Fitr during Ramadan up to Eid Fitr. So many people will be back to their village, to their home, their family in a big group. And it is very, very dangerous to spread out the COVID pandemic. So at that moment, I think there was, I think only one. There was the minister regulation about the traveling during the event or during the Ramadan and it's I was I have a discussion with so many people. I think it's not really efficient to to restrict the mobility of the people. We have to I think it is better to give better information to the community, so they know why the cockpit is very dangerous for them and for us. Not really give a regulation, you cannot out, and actually just for my statement about it. Yeah, even the regulation said you cannot get out from this area, but they will think how to get out from that area. Actually it happened. Yeah, so there were so many mobility actually. For example, they could not, or they cannot come to other place with the car. They will ride motorcycle, even by boat. Yeah, because there was no police in water transportation. Yeah, actually. We need to meet. Yeah, actually, we need to meet and talk and discuss with the people. I mean, the community, because we have maybe based on the background, based on the education. We just talk in forum, right? In the formal forum, but the objective itself we cannot achieve because the target is the community, not just talking, not just discuss, not just give a decision for the regulation. I think that's about the, I mean, not really the regulation, because at that moment I was criticized the government. Yeah. In fact, I was very tough about the regulation. It is not efficient. It is not effective to restrict or to reduce the COVID pandemic, the COVID case in Indonesia. One more thing, if they restrict to be traveling or to move from their home, they restrict. They cannot work. Otherwise, they don't have money. They don't have income to buy the basic demands. So there is no solution. Yeah, I think regulation in Australia is very, very different with Indonesia, right? Yeah, so many unemployed, but there is no solution how to give more work for them to get good income for the unemployed due to the COVID pandemic, because their company, maybe they lost their job because the company is also has problem, a financial problem.
Wondering what kind of strategies are most helpful in supporting other women?
Let's start from my current positions. I'm now lecturer in civil engineering department, and above our department they have a faculty. Yeah, for the women engineer, right? For the women engineer, the faculty, for the faculty board, so many female lecturer were assigned as the dean, as the vice dean. Not other faculty, they have a dean from female also but in our faculty, due to the mostly male lecturers, so the dean will be or selected from the male lecturer, but the vice dean now is a woman. So this in general, right? In general. But for the transportation itself, in my what you call it, we have a specialization, specialization, and our specialization transport only two, only two female, and we have opportunities to handle the transportation project and also the laboratory. So the laboratory for transportation and highway, the head of laboratory is female, women lecturer, And myself, I was appointed as the project manager for the ASEAN. ASEAN is a project from Erasmus concerned to the road traffic safety. That's very, very, very related to the transportation. So I think my institution is very, very, very good. I think, yeah, to give opportunities to all lecturers, not only for the male but also for the female lecturer at the moment. About the past, yeah, the strategy, yeah, I think I just can talk about my experience, right? Can I? Yeah, about my experience. Yeah, I think educating young female engineers candidate, it's very important because very high quality, very high qualified knowledge, and the independently works, and also to what you call it, to be have the ability to work together in the team. So if you used to work in small team, like in organization with male students in the university, or with male colleague, if you have already have the job, yeah, you can know the situation, you can know the environment. So finally, you can grow the confidence of yourself that, oh, I have so I think I have the what you call I have also the ability like a male, yeah, that they can do that, I can do that. Yeah, so I also that we can know about their opinion. So yeah, even in Indonesia, the culture itself, male is always, yeah, male is always always a leader in a culture, in the traditional word in Indonesia. But in office, I mean, in the work environment, I think it is not used anymore. Yeah. So you have to make sure that you good enough to be a leader, not just what based on your opinion. Yeah, yeah. So if you have so many male friends, so many male colleagues, I think they will give you suggestion. They will give you, yeah, like a close friend. They will give you some assessment, yeah, like assessment. Oh, you will be good like this. If you want to be, you have to like this. I think it is much better rather than you follow so many short course, so many. Yes, of course, maybe it's important if relating to your job. If not, I don't think so. I like how to develop yourself. I don't think so. At least it is better to have overview from the close, or maybe your leader to give assessment for yourself. I think so. That's the strategy. So I can improve what the weakness of myself, and I can improve also the advantage of myself.
Yes, so I think I've covered all the questions. Is there anything else that you want to share?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, for especially for the female engineer, because I'm engineer, right? For the female engineer, you have to be confident. You can work independently. Don't worry too much about your weakness, because you can improve yourself by learning by doing. I think you can improve by mentoring, like you say before, and you have to ensure, yeah, you have to very sure that you have ability, you have potency, the potential knowledge, potential skill to be a leader. Don't worry to try. Just try and you know the result. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Mahmudah. Thank you for sharing with us your hour this afternoon.